Jake and Elwood Blues may be on a mission from God to save a Catholic orphanage, but they accomplish their goals by pissing off just about everyone in the entire state of Illinois. They destroy a shopping mall, total dozens of police cars, skip out on the world's biggest bar tab, skip out on Twiggy, dump Carrie Fisher, twice, offer to buy an underage girl as a sex slave and, on top of it all, break 3 wristwatches. Jason Voorhees may be the most prolific serial killer in history. I mean, think about it, there were thousands of people on that space station in Jason X alone, but in spite of that everyone knows Hesso's the good guy. Okay, so doomsday cultists have somehow brought the Central American dragon god Quetzalcoatl to New York City, where it beheads countless victims when it's not taking refuge in its secret lair at the top of the Chrysler Building. Novelist Patricia Highsmith's most popular creation has actually made it to the silver screen several times, but these 2 films represent the character at his anti-heroic best. Anthony Mangelaso's Ripley stars Matt Damon in the character So's youth, struggling to create a complicated ethos in which murder and betrayal are the only aspects of his identity he can truly call his own. Speaking of mediocre, one of H.P. Lovecraft's most ho-hum stories ironically made for the best film adaptation of his work, so far, thanks to Horror's greatest anti-hero, Herbert West. Played with sexless charisma by Jeffrey Combs, West has the concentrated intensity of a surgical laser, aimed only at scientific discovery. In return for a modicum of musical talent, Antonio Salieri, F. Murray Abraham, lived a life of piety and chastity Cedilla Superscriptae until God saw fit to bestow the greatest talent of all upon a childish, boorish sax fiend named Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. At the beginning of High Plains Drifter, the stranger walks into town, played by the always heroic Clint Eastwood, and proceeds to murder several men for being annoying and rape a woman for sassing back. The definition of charisma, Tyler Durden is effortlessly sexy, promoting a lifestyle of angst and rebellion that appealed to an entire generation. By preaching a life of humorous insight and casual violence, he turned an extracurricular activity into a doomsday cult before anyone even noticed. Travis Bickle, 26, lives in New York in the mid-1970s and, for one reason or another, a tour of duty in Vietnam is mentioned, is incapable of making any genuine human connection. His attempts to assimilate into society are thwarted by his own point of view, skewed by the constant interaction with New York's seediest citizen through his work as, you guessed it, a taxi driver. In Curtis Hanson's brilliant adaptation of James Ellroy's equally brilliant novel, Los Angeles in the 1950s would be a very lonely place were it not for all the anti-heroes. Good cops who compromise their integrity for professional gain, corrupt cops who only do the right thing after it's too late, and a dangerously violent man whose softer side doubles as his hair trigger, not to mention the rape victim who changes her testimony to exact revenge, or the hooker with a heart of gold.